Alright, so this is something kind of different. I am in fact commentating something I've never seen before. Very, very brief synopsis. Back in the 90s, I believe it was 96, they released a television movie. I thought this was unaired, but apparently it was in fact aired and got really low ratings. And it's kind of an adaptation of the Generation X comic books, which I've never read, which is an X-Men spin-off. So this is kind of the first X-Men comic, or like a live-action X-Men thing. I've never seen this, but we're gonna watch it for the first time together.
We should get good secretions.
This looks really 90s already. I don't know why, but there's something about the filming that really, really looks 90s to me.
Cut into the frontal lobe. We'll have about 40 seconds.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just distinctly 90s. Kind of reminds me of Nightman. Does anyone remember Nightman? I didn't like watch the show on any regularity, but I remember like it aired and I saw a couple episodes.
Give us a nice clean cut, Georgie, or we're gonna send you back.
That guy's hand is a puppet.
Little inside humor helps break the tension.
Look how serious that guy is about cutting his face. He is into that.
Stop right there, Russell.
Russell, we need to talk.
You probably shouldn't do this in the school science lab.
You are in violation of the Mutant Registration Act and are hereby forfeit of all rights. Come with us.
No, what are you doing?
He's an unregistered mutant. He has to be processed.
This maniac was gonna kill him.
Well, according to the head of your department, this is an internal misunderstanding. No charges are being filed.
MEA,
You haven't won, Russell.
Mutant Education Association.
That's it? He's through? That's his punishment.
She looks angry. So she's Storm? Wow, she showed them. They're gonna have to pick all that stuff up now. Generation X. 5 years later. Because we can't start the story when it starts.
Here, Bato Hacker, I got this for you. Listen, when you get to this Xavier school, you don't let them treat you like some caguetas freak. Only I can do that.
Only I can play hate crime with you. Anyone else does it, I'll kick their ass.
Okay, papi. Dale, Holmes.
Look how 90s this is. I can't explain why, but it's just really, really 90s. I'm sure a lot of people that were too young in the 90s don't really get it, but I'm pretty sure everybody else that's at least as old as I am will understand just this really... The 90s didn't have like a distinct look like the 80s did. Like you see, you know, the big hair and all the weird fashion, you like 80s. 90s just has this really, really weird, like, merging of like grunge and punk and suburbia. Like that's what I think of when I think of the 90s. Is she doing that on purpose? That was weird. Not the stretching arm thing, cause whatever. But like she just looked like really creepy. Like what was that?
What are they?
Brainwaves, Bobby Bird. Nothing you'd understand.
He's not a crazy scientist at all.
It's the next phase in free market mind control. It has to do with the machine I've been working on.
That dream device?
No, Bobby boy, not that dream device like I'm some maladjusted computer nerd who makes some machines so stressed out yuppies can catch some decent alpha waves.
Those damn yuppies.
Sorry.
And their alpha waves.
Go on.
It's okay, Bob. I completely understand. Bob, start from the beginning. Okay? Real slow.
It's like a 40-year-old guy trying to be 23-year-old Jim Carrey.
You know, like Freddy Krueger. This machine allows me to step into anybody's dreams. You know how I use subconscious
It's
images?
96, so that would be right around the time
Well, with this machine,
Jim
I can
Carrey got
directly
really
into
popular,
anybody's
so
dreams and make
doesn't
suggestions
surprise
like,
me.
buy slick lips lipstick or play Virtua Fighter video.
Oh,
games.
Virtua Fighter.
Only this will be 1,000 times more effective because
Wait.
I'm straight.
Isn't this before Virtua Fighter came out? Did they just give them their name?
Trust me, Bobby boy, it's a little advanced for you.
Russell, this is also crazy sounding.
And he's
You said the same
clearly
thing about
not a
my
mad
other ideas 4
scientist.
years ago, but everything I said I could do, I've done. And now you're a chitting millionaire.
Oh my god. It is. It's a 40-year-old guy trying to do
Really,
Jim Carrey.
Russell.
Bobby boy, I've got things going on between my ears that'll put us
That's gonna
in a
annoy me this
really
entire
driver's seat.
thing.
Now, if you'll excuse me, gotta clear my head. Time to floss.
It's White Jubilee. I did do a little reading up. Apparently she was supposed to be Dazzler, but they switched it to Jubilee because she was popular.
Papa, papa.
Although I don't necessarily fully buy that, because Jubilee was in Generation X. But at least she's got the jacket. The lipstick is a little weird.
Play more, kitty. Play more.
That's not creepy or weird at all. You know, if a giant face shows up in the middle of the screen and tells me to keep playing, I'm definitely going to keep playing. Aha, look, there's an X-Men game. That's an in reference. Although, it creates a weird time paradox. Although I guess I don't know if the X-Men exist in this universe. She's not a mutant, it's just an awesome video game.
You know that girl?
Yeah, her name is Jubilation Lee.
I want to name my child Jubilation.
Stop right there.
It doesn't even sound like a name. It's just it sounds like a word. And of course, the worst superpowers ever. You know, aside from not being Asian, she doesn't look like a terrible Jubilee. Yeah, see, that's how you cast Emma Frost. Not that twig figure that they cast in X-Men Origins Wolverine. That is Emma Frost. What's with the weird neon lighting? It seems like this is really influenced by Batman
What am I
Forever.
supposed to say? Hey, Mom, I think I'm a mutant, but don't worry, I'll study harder.
Don't take that tone with me. Do you have any idea what kind of trouble you're
How
in?
dare you be
I didn't
born?
do anything, okay? They started chasing me, and
You were shooting fire at those guards.
I was
It
scared.
wasn't fire, it was like sparklers.
Father's at a conference in Pittsburgh.
I want Dad.
He's catching the next flight out.
What kind of freak am I, Mom?
You're not a freak. Little girl. Wake up, lover. I'm even better in real life.
I told you what would happen if you ever invaded my mind.
If I invaded your mind, you'd never wake up.
That's a weird
Neither would you.
back and forth.
I could do this all night, but we've got business.
I know you want to beat traffic and all, but this bus isn't ready for hours.
She's definitely working not hard at all at being really hot.
I'll be ready by the time you're dressed.
Oh, I am dressed.
I don't know about her acting,
can't
but she
just take
definitely
my daughter
looks
away.
like Emma Frost.
She's only 15 years old. She's never been in trouble before.
Mrs. Lee, your daughter is an unregistered mutant.
Actually, they
We're gonna
do.
register her. We just found out about it.
These things don't just happen. They begin when the mutant enters puberty. She was just hiding it.
You can't just send her away without a hearing. What about her rights?
She's a mutant.
She doesn't have any civil.
She is an American.
Yeah,
You
shut
can't tell
up.
me that she doesn't have rights.
Calm
She-
down. Look,
You were
sit
gonna-
down. Sit. Both the Mutant Aggression Act and the Anti-Terrorism Statutes operate outside the dictates of due process. Now, your daughter's public outburst was technically an act of mutant terrorism. She won't be
This
sent away
doesn't
forever,
sound
but she has to be
Nazi-like at
assimilated,
all.
And the mutant camp is the best place for that to happen. I'm sorry.
I want to go to the law building that has green and purple lights.